You're watching this video because you have been interested in joining one of our photo shoot intakes or want to do a photo shoot in general. So what's involved?
Oh, Mark's going to go with a little interview style here. So we always get frequently asked questions about doing photo shoots, and we might as well answer those now. So if you want to ask me some questions and I'll answer them.
Well, the first question a lot of people have is what is actually included in a photo shoot package?
What's included, first of all, when you work with us for a photo shoot, everything's going to be included. So from your training programming, your nutrition coaching, your cardio protocols, your supplementation, peak week protocols, reverse diet protocols. So, that's one of the most important stages. Obviously, getting to the photo shoot is the goal, but it's what you do coming out of that is really important as well. So even before we get to the goal, we teach people how to reverse out of it. Because that's the part so many people mess up. So
that's nice to know because, a lot of the times people might think in the price you're only paying for, say, the 8 weeks dieting, the photo shoot, and good luck.
Yeah, definitely not. And that's something that we always preach to our clients before they even sign up, is that you need to continue afterwards, because maintaining what you achieved requires coaching, and that's what your reverse protocol is.
That's handy to know. And with, let's say, the training and nutrition side of things, are you given a meal plan? Are you given targets or something? What's involved there?
Always provide a meal plan. Mm-hmm. And with that comes your calories and macros, right? And then you can chop and change according to your preferences, provided you are hitting your calories and macros. And then I always keep an eye on my clients' food diaries, which they will be logging on MyFitnessPal. And if they need to make any adjustments or changes, we make those recommendations.
Yep, and that's really important to note as well. With the meal plan that we send out, think of it as a typical day's eating guide. Use it as a source of inspiration. Don't take it as gospel. Because if that's the case then, and if you do have, say, a meal coming up, or maybe you have to go away for a couple of days with work, or maybe you're on a holiday during that prep, if you're given that meal plan and you're sticking to it as gospel and you don't have access to those foods, then you can run into a bit of trouble. So it's really handy to know that.
Absolutely. And Mark mentioned one sample day of eating. So I provide 2 sample days for my clients with completely different meals on both days. And then they have, the same calories and macros on both of those days. They know how to make them up. And then I teach them how to make the necessary changes like that. If you're on the fly and you have to incorporate different foods, you need to learn how to do that. Like, are you going to stick to a rigid meal plan for the rest of your life, or even for a 12, 14, 16 week prep? No, realistically, you're not. So you need to learn how to manage your own nutrition long term. And that's what we teach our clients to do.
Do we need competition or photo shoot experience to sign up?
Most definitely not. But if you have it, happy days. But it's not something you have to have. If you want to do your first photo shoot, we'll help you. If you want to do your 5th photo shoot, we'll help you. If you want to compete, we'll help you.
But one thing, another caveat to that is you mightn't have competed or done a photo shoot before, but best believe you have dieted before.
Everybody's dieted before.
So the way you put it that way, maybe you do have more experience than you think.
Exactly. Yeah. Everybody has experience dieting. It might be poor experience, but they have experience.
Exactly. What have I never dieted for a photo shoot before?
Well, that's it's the same question asked a little bit differently. Like it doesn't matter. Like, that's what we're here to teach you. So if you haven't done a shoot before, if you have done a shoot before, if this is your first one, so be it. You're going to be coached the whole way through the process and in the lead out as well. So you don't have to have that experience. Like, would it be favorable to have some dieting experience and to have some successful diets in the bank? Yeah, definitely. But is it a must? No.
Yeah, that's handy to know, because you've competed on the stage as well as photo shoots. How many photo shoots have you done?
So I've done 5 photo shoots and 3 competitions. So competed on stage 3 times, and 5 shoots, and we're doing our 6th one.
Yeah.
Soon.
Yeah, that's good to know.
Yeah.
And plenty more to come at that rate.
And you've 2 done, so we've lots of experience between us.
Oh, we said it. Yeah. How many spots are available?
So Don is here in the studio with us. And
how many can you squeeze in?
How many can you squeeze in, Don? 10 is Don's number, right?
See, it's very important that people get their time as well on the group shoot,
Absolutely.
It's an important day for everyone. You work so hard for so long, any more than 10, not everyone's going to get the time that they need and deserve on shoot day. So we limit it at 10, so everyone is not under stress, they're not under a time crunch, and they get their time in front of the camera to show off their hard work.
And something that myself and Mark are huge on is quality over quantity, you know, and we don't want to compromise the quality of the photo shoot day for the client by being greedy and taking on more. We would rather have a nice number that Don can handle, that we can handle, and give everybody the best value for money.
Yeah, and I've seen both ends of that spectrum as well. I've seen photo shoots where there's only 2 people, and I've seen photo shoots where there's plus 20 people on the day.
Which we ran.
Exactly. You're given the same time slot. So depending on the amount of people on the day, basically gives you that amount of time that you have each. Because if there is, let's say 25, 30 of you on the day and there's only 2 hours to try and squeeze in all those shots, like Don just said there, if you're all trying to get your individual shots, maybe you want to get a particular photo taken after all that hard work, but you can't have the opportunity because there's simply too many of you because we wanted to take on more clients, that's not very fair. So that's why the sweet spot is roughly 10 people. What happens after the photo shoot?
Well, exactly like we said, we teach you how to reverse out of it. And again, that's something that we have experience with, and I've made mistakes that I hope to help people learn from. You know, I've learned from my mistakes and I can bring those into my coaching as well. Like I've often discussed it with you, how I fucked up quite bluntly after my first 2 shoots.
Well, what happened?
So I gained 14 pounds in a weekend after my first competition. After my first photo shoot, I went to the UK and I ate like a 7-year-old at a birthday party for the whole weekend, and I came back a stone heavier, looking like a bag of milk. So yeah, I learned from that. And then my second one, I fucked up after as well. I think I gained about 10 pounds in the first couple of days after it. But yeah, I've learned from all of that, and now I help my clients not make those mistakes.
Well, that's what they say. The smartest people learn from the smarter people's mistakes. Pretty much. Yeah. How do I secure a spot?
So what we get everybody to do is pay a deposit. Anyone who's interested, you pay a deposit, that secures your space. And then just before we start the prep, which is going to be like 12 to 16 weeks in duration, depending on where you're at, you will pay the balance just before you start the actual prep.
That's nice to know that you have a bit of a buffer as well, because the majority of the people that are doing those group photo shoots are already our one-to-one clients.
Yes.
So they're probably prepped well in advance before they begin their diet. We like to start them a little bit earlier, maybe 2 weeks earlier, say. That gives them 2 weeks of a buffer. So if you're in photo shoot shape 2 weeks out, that just means you're going to be onto maintenance calories, up eating more coming into the photo shoot, rather than the night before and you don't have the homework done for the teacher and you're playing catch up the week off, panic sets in, the stress level is elevated. It's probably not going to give yourself the best of looks on the day as well. So it's better to be planned and prepared, as you said. Give yourself that buffer.
We would usually say if you think you need 12 weeks, give yourself 14 or 16. Always have that bit extra rather than panicking.
Yeah. And that's pretty much it when it comes to the questions from me anyways. Yeah. Where do I sign up?
Well, you can register your interest with the link below.
Make sure to check that out. All the information and all those frequently asked questions.
And I'd just like to add, before we go any further, before we wrap this up, not everybody is the ideal candidate for a photo shoot. And if you're somebody who's had maybe, eating disorders and that's going down a completely different rabbit hole that I'm not going to get into, but don't think that this is going to solve it, right? If you have like a really poor relationship with food, doing a photo shoot prep is not the way to solve it. So you register your interest here. Does that mean you're going to be the right fit or the right candidate? No. And we can have that discussion.
Yeah, well, that's what the application is there for. We'll screen, we'll ask questions if needs be. But yeah, if you want more information on that, it's on the link in the description below. Peace.
Peace.